Okay, well I'm. You guys can go back to base, but I gotta stop at that farmer's.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you owe him
pay
gold.
him back. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the 5 gold pieces that it costs for a goat.
You should also give him the goat's corpse.
No.
Well, when you guys walked in, he was kind of no, that was a different goat. That was a different goat. All right, so you guys all head back to the shrine, and Korza stops to.
Here you go, sir. The monster's taken care of.
Well, it was my last goat, but I guess I'll have to do. Thank you.
Yep,
Mm.
no problem.
And takes his gold and kind of slumps back into his house.
While
I mean,
he's making.
I just turned his goat into cash. I feel like you should be pretty happy about that, considering you got equal trade for it. Plus the monster's gone. That's killing
Yeah,
the rest
but-
of his cattle. Ungrateful bastard.
Yeah, but that was like his last goat, though.
See,
Well,
we
no,
should have
he's
just
gonna
taken
get
it. The
more
guy's
goats.
ungrateful.
Maybe he's Indian. Maybe goats are sick.
Wow, those are cows.
Fine, let's
but
buy him a cow then.
Fucking uncultured swine.
Well, I mean, it's Pathfinder. I had to change it a little bit.
So.
Hello,
while
you
he
have
is-
taken my goat. I tell you, it is a very sacred animal from where I
God,
am.
we're getting
God. Yep.
Yes,
Here goes.
yes, we are way stereotypical right now. But while he's doing that, I go up to the blacksmith that I had previously talked to in the shrine, and I ask him if he can modify this set of Hell Knight armor to more appropriately fit a dwarf.
Yeah, he takes a look at it and kind of turns it over, and he looks confused, just like you guys were. Like, none of the buckles or straps are in the right spot where they should be, and he has absolutely no idea how you even unlatch this thing to put it on. He's never seen a set of armor like this before. Well, I shouldn't say
Well-
that. He's seen Hell Knights in their armor before, but he's never actually like dealt with Hell Knights before in terms of putting stuff on. Like he has absolutely no idea how to take this apart with. Yeah, the gist of it, the gist of the conversation is that the only person that's going to be able to tell you what to do with this Hell Knight armor or how to wear it would be another Hell Knight that has seen it.
So it looks like we'll have to find one of those Order the Chain? Was it?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we'll have to find one of those Order of the Chain fellas.
Maybe we
Yeah,
can
find
visit
Princess
their
Peach.
princess.
Alright, so that means that I won't be able to put the Hell Knight armor on.
No, nobody can use it right now, and yeah, it's full plate armor for a medium creature. So if you could figure out how to put it on, you could.
Can I make a roll to try to assist the blacksmith with finding a way to work the...
Even with you assisting him, it wouldn't make it.
I'd like to go to a magic store at some point.
I'd like to leave that set of Hell Knight armor here.
So Shansa, you're just gonna keep that all that gold to yourself?
Well, I don't know if you heard this from last week, Corsa, but I gave you a sack of gems worth like 10,000 gold.
Yeah.
So you and I got off
Oh,
like
yeah,
bandits.
The little chest. Okay, I didn't.
Yeah.
You said it was like a little chest. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, you got a little chest of gems that's worth like 10,000, and I got 10,000 of gold. And with your bluff skill, you probably will get more out of that than me.
Yeah, I gave you guys like 40k worth of gold, or shit you could sell
30.
for gold.
Okay, and
The
then
cute.
that robe that you guys gave me. What is that?
It's a
Plus
cloak of
2 armor.
Yeah, it's a
+2?
cloak. It's a cloak of armor. Yeah.
Okay.
If nobody else has anything else they want to do, then did you want to go to the magic shop then?
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Okay.
Keep in mind it is dark now, so
Oh, so we should probably get back to the church then and wait till tomorrow.
Weren't we already at the church?
Yes.
I mean,
Oh, well, yeah,
Raytaz
we
was
should,
talking to that blacksmith guy.
yeah,
yeah, we should just wait till tomorrow then.
So just
yeah,
go to bed, get some spells, whatever, and then go for the magic stuff.
yeah. Nothing is open after dark in West Crown because of the Shadow.
Okay, so I guess we rest, and because I'm getting my sleep, I'm getting my Constitution point back.
Anybody who lost con restores 1 point of Constitution.
Okay. Yeah, I'm one of those.
Meditating. And let's see.
And do we gain any health back from sleeping?
Yeah, there's an actual rule for how much health you get back per rest in Pathfinder, but I think it's kind of dumb, so I just give you guys all your HP back.
Okay, yeah, I think the actual rule is dumb because it's like
It's something like you
your
get
hit die
you
plus
get it's
Constitution modifier or whatever.
yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, it's something really weird. It's not a whole lot of HP.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like your total hit die. It's like 1 hit die plus your con modifier or something like that on the rest. It's really
What is number 4?
I like
Animals.
real D&D's version better, where when you rest, you get all your HP.
I'm gonna go with spell set 1.
So we're sleeping, and it's the next day.
And I was sleeping, and then I slept.
Yeah.
Alright, I'd like to ask the blacksmith or anyone at the temple if they've ever seen this sword before, or if they can translate the language on the.
Korza actually would be able to translate the blade because he speaks
is it,
Celestial.
It's celestial.
It's Celestial, but it's a very, very different dialect of Celestial than what you're used to. Like it takes you a few minutes to figure out what it says, but you figure it out. And in Celestial, let me see, I gotta find the page here.
If I remember
Yeah,
right, last week it said Ferris Infinitum.
Yeah, it was Ferrum Infinitum is what it says. Is what it says, which literally translates to the infinite.
The infinite what?
Okay.
It directly translates to the infinite blade.
Okay, can I make a use magic device to see if I can figure out how it works?
So wait, we basically have the Infinity Gauntlet? No, Raytaz, don't snap!
You can try.
Okay. So I've got a +7 to use magic device. So 21.
When trying to use the sword, you get kind of the same thing that happened when Raytaz picked it up. You get flashes of all these different weapons in your mind, but other than that, the sword doesn't.
Okay, so I say whatever the words are on the front of it, and then I think of a saber.
Yeah, still nothing happens.
Damn it. Okay.
I wonder if we have anyone around
What
who
a-
can appraise such a blade.
Would a spell check and a knowledge arcana kind of come back with the same EA?
For lack of a better description, it's a major artifact, so yeah.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah, I think your idea of going to the magic shop and asking if he knows anything would be our best idea.
Alright, I'll tag along.
Okay, so I think we're all going to the magic shop. Oh,
Yep.
Alright.
Before we go though, I flash one of the diamonds in the box to Jonathan, and I tell her that one of those could be for her. She keeps being such a badass.
Genovan's not there. She and the rest and the majority of the rebels have been out gathering intel on your upcoming operation.
Oh sure, they make us a leader of a cult and then just piss off somewhere. This cult's your problem now. Bye.
Hey, Korza. Do you
Yeah.
think I could grab a small few of those gems for making some special equipment for us?
Making some special what?
Equipment. I'm a jeweler.
Oh, so I should probably tell you this now because I actually forgot I read this. That sword It appears it's not like doesn't look like a normal longsword. It appears as like a really ornate silver longsword. It has a red gem set into the bottom of the grip, and like I said before, it's got Ferrum Infinitum written in actually it's Sylvan, not Celestial, written down the length of the blade, and the sheath that you found with it is completely jet black, like darker than any sort of material that you've ever seen before, and it's
Black.
decorated with silver and gold vines, basically, that twist and wrap around the entire length of the blade.
So it's Sylvan, so then Kors would be the one that could read it, not me.
Yeah.
You are Korza.
I mean, goddamn it, Shansa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Either way, I thought it was Celestial. I didn't realize if I actually put down Sylvan. I think I put Sylvan down specifically so that you couldn't actually.
Well, I mean,
Gotten out.
But whatever, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so we're going to the magic shop.
All right. So, coming into the magic shop, there's what looks like an extremely old, decrepit woman sitting behind the desk, and there's magic baubles all over, potions and like things, spell focuses, spell components, all that.
Good morning.
And she just kind of slowly kind of turns and looks at you. And she doesn't speak, but you hear her voice in your mind. And she says, "What have you brought me today?"
I bring you gold. Now show me your wares.
You are literally looking at her wares. They are all over the.
Sorry, my friend's a little slow. Could you take a look at this sword for us and possibly decipher anything with it?
She kind of gets up from her seat and walks over to the edge of the counter. And just waiting for you to put it in front of her.
Hey,
Am I still hanging on to it, or are you,
Yeah.
Korza?
you still have it?
All right. I gently set it on the counter after I put a cloth on it to make sure it doesn't scratch the counter.
And she kind of inspects it a little bit and looks at the sheath and pulls it out of the sheath. And when she sees the writing across it, I don't know how to explain that. Like, her brow kind of furrows, and it's like a mixture of her expression is like a mixture of like shock and amazement, kind of. And she said, "I've heard tales of a sword like this. That
What is
when
it?
Oh.
that when used, is able to take shape. Is able to take the shape of whatever weapon is favored by the person who uses it."
Wow.
so basically, if Raytaz takes it, he can have that act as his divine weapon.
As a dagger.
But
So-
she also says, yeah, but like I said, she also says she's heard is rumors. She has no idea if this is actually that.
How would one activate such an item?
And such magic is beyond her. She has no idea.
I don't suppose you have any tomes on containing those stories that we could look through, do we?
Or if she knows anyone that would be able to answer her questions?
This weapon is a weapon back from the days of Aradin, when he was still on the planet and actively visiting. She's one of like 3 people that are still alive from that time period.
How old are you?
And she just smiles.
That's rude, Korza. Do I have to smack you?
She says, old enough that you are as a child to me.
To be fair, we're all kind of children in this group.
She called you a hatchling, Korza. I mean, goddamn it, Shansa.
She's talking to you, Korza.
Oh. Well, anyways, so I'm gonna peruse her items.
I go up to her and I'm going to say this.
In my homeland, there was a wondrous item. It was a necklace that made my natural claws be able to hit harder. Any chance you have such a relic?
she turns around and kind of flips through a book and figures out what piece of magic you were, and tells you that for a price she could make one.
What's the price?
Your babies.
In her.
As soon as I find it, I will let you know.
She
She
needs
wants-
some lizard loving.
She wants to have your hatchlings.
It's gonna be like the first Alien movie. Just pops out of her stomach.
Oh god.
Oh God.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my springtime gal. Where the hell did the baby get a top hat and cane?
Only. I don't know.
And so she tells you that it'll be a base price of 6,000 gold, and then yeah, it'll cost more if you want it stronger than normal.
Before I agree, I'm looking for one of two other things. I'm looking for a way to increase my strength, and I've heard tale of this belt of giant strength. Do you have that by chance?
She knows how to make the belt you're referring to, but yeah, she tells you she tells you that she doesn't know the spell she needs.
The other one would be what's called a heavy load belt.
Hey, so I think I'm gonna start
Hold on.
crafting.
PC. Cal's PC crashed. He just texted me.
Ah,
Oh.
his wife actually unplugged it. She's pissed. I'm actually, guys, I took craft wondrous items, so I'm actually probably gonna start crafting one. I'm looking at a belt of dexterity. I could actually make you a belt of giant strength.
Oh, that'd be cool. Are you
let's
able
see,
to make
so,
an amulet of mighty fists?
hold on, I gotta see if I meet the prerequisites for making the bull strength belt. So I have to have bull strength, which yeah, it's a level 2 spell, so. The cost, so I can make you a +2, a +4, or a +6. The +6 takes 18,000 gold, so it could take me up to 18 days to craft.
And I only have 10,000, so.
Yeah. Well, no, I only have to pay half the price. So for a +6, it'd be 9,000.
Oh.
Oh no, it is 8. Oh, okay. The +6 costs 36,000, but yeah, it'd be 18,000 for me to craft it. But I can make you the +4.
How much would the +4 cost?
The +4 is 8,000. Or the +2 is only 2,000.
The +4 would be tempting, because that puts me up to 24. And then with my Shifter's Blessing, I could go up to 28 strength.
Jesus. Yeah, so you'd be just fucking wailing on shit.
That would be a +9 to damage.
Yeah, I'm looking at craft the belt of incredible dexterity +2, just to give me an additional AC point.
But I also want to get the Amulet of Mighty Fist, because that's +1 to hit and damage with my natural attacks.
Let me see.
And that can go up to +5.
Hello.
What did you say the name of the item was?
An amulet of mighty fists.
So is that gonna go in your hand?
No, it's an amulet. It's a necklace.
It's an amulet for your hand. It's a bracelet.
Well, because I gotta look at these by. Let's see, it's not headbands. Neck. Amulet of Mighty Fist. Let me find it. Amulet of Mighty Fist. Here it is. Oh, bad gateway in my butthole.
Looks like Cal's back.
If I remember right, in order to craft the amulet of mighty fists, you need a magic
Craft.
fang spell, which I can provide.
Yeah. No, you need Greater Magic Fang.
I think greater magic fang is only for the higher ones.
Yeah, but it says the spells you need to be able to cast Greater Magic Fang.
Yeah.
Creator's caster level must be at least 3 times the amulet's bonus. Yeah, so, and we're only level 4, so I can only craft the level 1.
Well,
And I don't even think I can because I have to have this spell. It's not somebody assisting me.
uh,
Yeah, so I'll never be able to make that because I can't get Magic Fang.
okay. We cannot hear you, Callan, if you're trying to talk.
Yeah, it's only Druid Ranger and Summoner.
So yeah, you should definitely start building me a +4 belt of giant strength when you get the chance, and then I'll
There we go.
pay you when I get the chance.
Okay.
You guys hear me
Well,
now?
you have to
Mhm.
you have to give up the gold for me to purchase the items that I need to start crafting it.
Oh yeah. And how much was the belt of giant strength?
8,000
8,000 for a +4?
for the +4, yeah.
I think that's actually worth it more because I would get that plus. Yeah, that would actually affect more than the amulet. So yeah, I'd probably give you the 8,000 to work on the belt right away.
Okay, yeah, and it should only take me. Oh, so it'd take me 16 days to, because the total cost is 16.
Well, okay, I think what we'll do is we'll visit a couple magic shops and see if someone has one ready, and if they don't, I'll give you the gold to make one.
The chick that you're at is like the best magic maker in. If she doesn't have it, nobody else will.
Well,
How
I
long?
can,
Well, how long would it take her to make a belt of giant strength +4?
Would take her, say it's 16 days for the base one. Would take her about 6 days.
6 days?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let me know when you guys are done talking to her and getting the prices on things, because I want to ask her some questions.
How much would it cost for the +4 to get made?
+4 what?
Belt of giant strength.
A belt of giant strength is just a +4 bonus to your strength.
Yeah, but how much would it cost?
Oh, 1 sec.
Because Korza's telling me he can do it for 8,000, but it would take 16 days.
yeah, and that's if I pass every check.
Yeah, he'd have to make a check every day for 16 days.
And what would be the?
Okay. Give me 1 sec here. So a +4 belt of giant strength is worth 16,000 gold. Which it would cost him 8k to make it itself. If you ever make, yeah. So if you ask her to make one for you, she can do it in 6 days for 16k. If Korza makes it, it'll take double the time and half the gold.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
I'd
no.
rather have Korza make it.
Yeah. What would be the DC on that though? Is it 15 or 20?
I gotta check here. Need to find the page.
Either way, it won't be ready in time for that ambush that we're. I mean, I'm not saying that
Yeah.
loud as a player character. I'm saying that like out of character. Metagaming, as it were.
Yeah, I kind of figured it wouldn't be ready in time if it wasn't already made.
Yeah.
I just think waiting 16 days and paying 8K is a lot more worth it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, by the way, Korza, quick question.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I need to look up the spell.
Yeah, because I pay. Oh, so I only pay a third gallon.
Thought it was half, but
I'm looking at the rule right now on D20 PS. You pay 1/3 the item's price for raw material costs.
Oh, so it would be like
Yeah, I thought it was
5 or
two.
6K, something like that.
weird because the item creation feat says half.
The item creation feat.
The craft wondrous item feat that you have to make wondrous item.
Oh, so maybe it's wondrous items are half and just normal crafting is a third.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
if
just
you
looking at
don't
normal
if you
crafting.
don't have the actual feat craft wondrous, you can't actually make it.
No, I do have the craft wonders feat. I was just looking in the actual craft thing.
Yeah, no, it's you create a wide variety of magic wondrous items. Crafting a wondrous item takes 1 day for each 1,000 gold in its price. To create a wondrous item, you must use up raw materials costing half of its base.
Okay. I was looking at just the craft skill.
Uh, okay, so
that's
Korza, I'm wondering, do you have a clear gem by chance?
1 second. Let me figure out if what the DC is going to be for this.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't find the crafting DCs anywhere.
Station.
I wonder if it's on the DM screen.
Quick interjection here. I asked
What's
Corza
up?
to hand me the sword for a moment. The infinite
It's still on the table. You can take it.
Oh, all right. I forgot. Yeah, I was still holding it. Then I asked Shansa what the Sylvan words for punch and either blade, dagger, any of those.
Can I just make up a random word for him to say?
Or a character.
If you want to, or if not, you could just tell him. If you could just say that you tell him whatever you.
Okay, so I'm gonna make up a word, and I want Raytaz to do his best to repeat it.
Oh God.
All right, so I take the blade. I have the sheath strapped to my hilt or my belt, and I'm holding it, straight up in the air in front of my face, and I whispered to it.
Yeah, the lady behind the counter claps and basically you hear in your mind, "Congratulations, you look like a dumb." Nothing happens.
I wink at her.
Do I hear this or just Taz?
Just has.
Yeah, I'm sitting there confused as to why she's clapping.
Well, I didn't hear any better ideas. Or, whatever that form of communication is that you're using. Telepathy, I'd like to think.
Okay, so it looks like basic crafting rules apply in terms of DC. So it costs 160,000 silver pieces to make that belt.
Right, but don't you go by the feat where it says 1,000 gold for 1 day?
Well, yeah, I guess.
That's why it's confusing.
Well, the thing is, it says find the item's price in silver pieces. So 1 gold equals 10 silver pieces.
Well, right, but
But I mean, the feat is different. The feat just says it costs 1,000, or it takes a number of days equal to 1,000 gold. But in terms of actually making something,
it doesn't say anything.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about having to make checks.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the hell the crafting rules are, because I know obviously you have to make crafting or check.
Yeah, you would think so.
Well, I know you have to make checks, but I don't know where the hell the thing is.
Magic item creation rules.
This is table craft. Find the item's DC from the table craft skills.
Oh, at the end of this process, spellcaster must make a skill check, usually spellcraft, but sometimes another skill to finish the item. So I just make it, and then I do a skill check at the end.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right too. And then depending on how badly you fuck up that skill check determines if the item ends up
Being what or?
Choose a skill. You choose which skill to make the check with. The DC creates a magic item that is 5 plus a caster level for the item. Wait. Oh, so this is like enchanting. Failing a check means the item does not function and the materials and time are wasted. Failing a check by 5 or more creates a cursed item.
Yep.
So, and where's the check for this?
Well, it just told you, right? It's 5 plus caster level.
Well, that can't be right though. The DC to create a magic item is 5 plus the caster level for the item. Oh, okay.
Okay, so I found a quick
So does giant
rundown.
count then?
The DC of the check is 5 plus the caster level of the item, plus any penalties you've taken in the crafting. So, for example, a belt that is a CL8 item, the DC check would be 13.
Oh, okay. And I get to use the spellcraft for that?
You choose what check you want. I think you choose either stealth, crafting or spellcraft.
Yeah, and I mean, I have a +8 to spellcraft, so yeah.
What's the DC for you then? It's 5 plus.
13. 5 plus 8.
Okay.
Okay. Well, shit, this is a lot easier than the normal one. Yep. Creating an item takes 8 hours plus 1,000 gold. Or 8 hours per 1,000 gold. Item's base price. This process can be accelerated to 4 hours per 1,000 gold in the item's base price by increasing the DC to create the item by 5.
What's the level of the belt?
It's an 8th level belt.
So you won't even be able to use it now?
No, the caster level for the belt is 8. It's just saying how powerful the item is.
Yeah. Wondrous items have caster levels, which basically means, it's just the level of magic in the belt. But that 8th level caster thing only really applies if you make a plus.
If you make a +6, what do you mean?
I mean, like the bull strength is a 2nd level spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 8th level, the caster level 8th thing is more geared towards if you made like a +6 or whatever. But it's dumb the way that it works. It isn't really any sort of import other than determining the DC.
Gotcha.
So yeah, the DC to make this is 13.
So while we're still in the magic shop,
right. Forgive me for interrupting you for a second, Raytaz. I forgot we killed that red devil or whatever. How much experience did we get?
I haven't told you yet.
That's right. We did not get experience for that.
I haven't told you. You got experience for it. I just haven't told you how much.
Ah, that's right. You're keeping track of all the group's experience. Alright, so while we're still in the magic shop, did I notice anything that looks particularly useful to me, in particular lanterns?
Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure you have the best magic lantern you could have.
I don't have a magic lantern, I have a standard.
Oh, that's right. No, doesn't Hammer have some sort of magic
No, I think
Well,
Tano
actually-
has a hammer staff. Or
I
lantern.
think Taz is the
right.
only one with a lantern, but he can make it dispel
Yeah, he can do
illusions
shit
or
with
something
it.
by telling it a joke.
Yeah.
It's basically my.
So I think in terms
red
of lanterns,
phone
as
to get.
far as
I
I
got.
know, yeah, as far as I know with the lanterns, the only other type of magic lantern out there is think of like a lantern of true sight or something like that, where when you light it, it reveals everything that's invisible in the.
There's also another one that does like some sort of like debuff to enemies around you,
Yeah, I have no idea.
like a Doom Lantern or something like that, Grim Lantern. I can't remember, but do I notice anything on the shelves that looks of particular interest to me,
Just in terms of lanterns, or
or anything in general, like a shield?
she has a ton of potions.
Okay.
Healing. She's got tons and tons of healing potions, and all like yeah, pretty much if you need a potion, if you were looking for some sort of like not like healing potions specifically, but like potions that give you buffs and stuff like that, like potions of enlarged person and all that stuff, she's got it.
Okay. I also wanted to take a look at that amulet that I picked up off of the red-eyed beast that we slayed.
Yeah.
Slew.
Oh, that Tano identified that one already.
Yeah, it's a amulet of arcane missiles protection.
Yeah, it's basically it's a malfunctioning amulet of shield, where the shield part doesn't work, but the magic missile protection does.
Okay. And then I kind of talk to her in whispered tones and I ask, have you ever dealt with the locks on a set of the Hell Knight armor?
She gives you a blank stare. You're asking a wizard if she's ever fucked with full plate.
I mean, it could have been magical full plate.
She tells you she's enchanted full plate, but in terms of using it,
My apologies, milady.
I mean, if she tells you, you know, if you wanted her to identify some sort of full plate, she could. But other than that, yeah, she has absolutely no idea how to even put on a normal set of.
And you said that other set of full plate that I picked up was just a +1, no mat. Oh yeah, it did have magic.
The Hell Knight one
told
was
you-
+2. The silver
It
one was +1.
+2. Yeah, the
Yeah.
set that you're wearing is +1. The set that that you have is a +2, but that's all I told you about it. I didn't say anything else.
Can I ask her to take a look at the armor that I'm currently wearing? See if she can divine any magic out of it?
She stares at you for 18 seconds and tells you that your armor is just a normal set of +1.
So they're just masterwork.
Okay.
No, it's +1, not masterwork.
Hmm.
Well, yes, it's masterwork. It has to be masterwork in order to be a +1, but yeah.
Right.
I wanted to ask before your PC crashed, does she have a heavy load belt?
Oh, what?
A heavy load belt. It should cost a couple hundred gold, and it triples my carrying capacity.
She does not, but she does have bags of holding.
Would the bag of holding still weigh as much as whatever I put in it?
I'm definitely interested in one of those bags of holding.
For a the way that a bag of holding works is the bag has a base price and then or a base weight, and that's it. Basically, when you open your bag, it's a mini portal into another.
Okay, how much is that?
So depends on how much stuff you want to shove.
Think like 10,000 gold.
Well, if you were just to put the chests in the bag, a basic bag of holding can hold up to 250 pounds. The bag itself only weighs 15 pounds, and it costs 2,500 gold and holds 30 cubic feet.
It's like a
of
Roger
stuff.
Cube on steroids.
How much does it cost?
It's 2,500 gold.
I will gladly take that, and I can shove all my gold in there.
If you buy that bag of holding, you don't have enough gold to.
I only need a couple hundred then, and I still have some stuff I can sell to like a blacksmith or something.
As you need what 8,000 for him to make your belt.
Yeah, I would need 8,000, and I would be left with 7,523. So I'm not that far off. I think the bag of holding warrants the purchase first.
All right. Just keep in mind, if you try to take anything out of that bag, it's a full round action.
Yeah, that's fine.
You basically have to dig around in a different dimension to find what you're looking for.
I'll also buy one of those.
Okay. I mean, she's got the basic bags of holding, but she also has the size up from that as well. Those ones weigh 25. They weigh 25 pounds, hold 500 pounds worth of stuff, or 70 cubic feet, and they're worth 5,000.
I don't want to dwindle our resources that quickly on just bags.
If you needed bigger ones, she could get you bigger ones.
How much does the one I'm buying carry?
250 pounds.
Ah, I'm at a nice, lovely 92 pounds again.
Alright, so it takes 50 gold coins to accumulate one.
$150.
So you're carrying 200 pounds worth of gold.
Me?
He's just lugging a sack up.
Well, I spent 2,500, and according to the thing I have, 7,523 weighs 150 pounds and 46 whatever.
Yeah, I did the math on 10,000 gold pieces. 10,000 gold pieces weighs 200 pounds.
How much does my little chest of gems weigh?
Probably like 20 pounds, maybe 10. It's not a very. It's like a. The chest would fit in your backpack.
Gotcha. Sweet.
Did he end up handing me any of those gems? All I want is like.
He wants a clear. Yeah, or somebody wanted a clear one.
How much money worth of gems did you want, Cody? And you don't, what are you increasing? What is this having a positive effect on?
He wants to carve them into stuff.
I want to actually adorn some of my armor shields, and particularly my lantern with the signs of my god, which would be a multicolored flame. I intended to do that with gems, like some rubies, some emeralds, some sapphires.
This sounds like a really expensive.
It doesn't have to be a large one. It's just a small picture.
Yeah, so you've got
10,000 gold.
You've got 100 pounds. You've got 100 pounds worth of space left in your bag of holding. provided you dump all your gold in there.
Okay, Cody, I give you 100 gold worth of gems for your.
All
stuff.
right. Like a handful.
Yeah, sure. Of whatever color gems you want. With the expectation that you'll pay me back someday.
Well, I'm just gonna throw you 100 gold now.
Quick
Okay.
question: is this lady just like sitting at a counter? Does she get up and move anywhere?
Not really. She's just kind of hanging out, watching you guys, sitting behind her counter.
Okay. I was considering stealthing and trying to steal something.
You're terrible.
Yeah.
Let's not do that to a person that is helping us and is a magic user, considering she has telepathy.
Yeah.
Which is why I
Okay,
wanted to make sure she
you
was
and I-
looking somewhere else.
You and I have had this conversation before. Don't fuck with the NPC, especially ones that are helping you.
Right, especially ones that have telepathy, so she could probably fucking tell when you're thinking shit.
She
Dumbass.
didn't have any like heavy steel shields that were magical, did she?
No, if you wanted to know what sort of magic enchantments were on a piece of armor, or if you brought her a masterwork piece of armor to enchant, she could do that for you, but she is not a blacksmith or an armorer in any way. She doesn't sell that stuff.
Oh, so she just has trinkets and baubles, just
Like,
not, like magic.
basically, if you wanted to order, say, a set of +2 full plate or whatever, you could go to the blacksmith and say, you know what, I want to order a magic set of armor, and he would then go to her and say, I have an order for magic armor, and then he'd come back to you and tell you what it would cost, and basically he'd just send it to her, and then you'd buy it. Or you could buy the masterwork armor from him, and then bring it to her yourself.
Honestly, I
Okay,
think that would
well,
be
you-
cheaper because of markups.
But yeah,
And you had
So-
said no to her having any like decorated lanterns.
no.
Okay.
But like I said before, if you want something enchanted, she is the person to talk to.
Okay.
Or if you want something identified, she will also do that for you.
Random question, Kellen. Can I enchant my natural scales?
No,
No.
Okay.
Okay, what's the
you
difference
can't
between
enchant yourself.
I didn't think so, but I thought I'd ask.
what's a competent bonus?
A competence bonus?
Yeah.
It's just a fancy way of saying this will give you a bonus that'll stack.
Oh, okay.
It
I don't know if it
basically means you're confident in something, so you get a bonus to doing it. It's just another way for them, because the bonuses of the same type don't. So they come up with all these different types of bonuses so that you can stack certain ones. Yeah, it's so an enhancement bonus, a competence bonus, a profane bonus, a situational bonus. They'd all stack with each other if they were for the same.
Well, my last question for the old lady is if she's heard of any kind of trouble around here that I could possibly make some gold off of.
Mm.
Side quest.
She said that a young acolyte of the church was in here complaining about the sewers and some sort of cult the other day, but she wasn't paying.
Sounds like the Shield of Shamu.
I was gonna ask something. I addressed the group. Perhaps we should hit the bank and convert some of this copper and silver into platinum. It'll be a little less heavy.
I don't know what you're talking about. I got 7,523 gold that weigh nothing for me.
Well, yes, but
Yeah, I'm only accounting gold weight if it gets above like 2,000 because that's when it actually starts to
Yeah.
Hinder you?
like if you guys are carrying huge stacks of cash with you, I'm gonna make the weight matter. But for the most part, it's a
Thanks
I'm
for
going
that
to
bag of
assume
holding.
you're
I'm
not
down to
carrying-
52 pounds.
yeah. I'm assuming you're not carrying like just pockets and pockets full of gold and silver around with you. I'm assuming you're carrying those chests around with.
yeah.
Or like, yeah, if you're going shopping, I'm assuming you're taking, like, I'm not assuming that you're dragging all of your loot out and about with you whenever you go. I'm assuming that you go figure out what you want and then deal with the.
Have we went through any rations? How long have our characters been in this campaign? Like 2-3 days?
I think this is your start of your 4th day, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, we had the one day where we started out at night, where we went through the sewers, and then we had the second day where we met everyone, and we went out to find that chupacabra, and then we killed it.
Yeah, so this
And
is
then-
the 3rd day.
Yeah, third day.
Yeah, I'm not. If you guys are in town, I'm not going to worry about your rations and food.
Okay.
There's plenty of stuff to eat. Like that's. I'm not gonna say you haven't eaten it. It's like that's just stupid. You're in town. Your character's smart enough to know where the food is.
Besides, I have 2 fishing nets. I can easily get us some
Yeah.
food.
It's
Or
different when
catch
you
food.
guys go out on the road. You're gonna need rations, or at least have someone who can use survival to try and provide food for you. But other than that, when you're in town, it's not a big deal. The majority of this campaign takes place in the city, so
Okay, I was just making sure that we weren't skipping anything. That could be relatively important.
no. You guys are basically right now. I'm just giving you side quests to give you time to actually get your gear up to the level of your characters.
Okay. So you said she had potions. I'd like to
Yep.
pick up. It was 50 gold each for the Cure Light Wounds.
Doesn't sell healing potions. I told you that
Oh.
already.
I didn't.
She's a wizard. She's not a cleric. She doesn't. She
So
can't
buff
cast Cure Light
potions.
Wounds. Yeah, she sells buff potions. She doesn't sell healing potions.
Oh, she sells buff potions. Oh yeah.
You know, it'd be really funny if she sold eye drops that let you use the Burning Gaze spell once.
Yeah.
Oh, my eyes!
No, that would be a scroll.
Alright.
You gotta admit, it would be thematic.
It would be, but yeah, that's a scroll.
Alright, so does she have any potions of, like, bull strength? What do those run? Those might
I
be
will
good
tell
for
you.
Shansa if he's stacking that much strength.
When he gets that belt of giant strength, the bonuses won't stack with each.
Yeah.
Those are the same thing.
I wouldn't worry about potions for me unless they're healing potions.
I'm talking about for that ambush, in a few days.
How far away is that ambush?
2 days.
2 days.
Damn it, because I can make my circuit of persuasion in 3 days. I'm just looking at like all the magic items I want to craft.
Lol.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the DCs and pricing is for making a potion.
Well, I
they're
probably
pretty
won't need
fucking
any bull
expensive.
strength.
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I know it's the price. It's the price of the spell. Times some other stuff, and I know the DC is kind of stupid for making potions.
Is there any recommendations for buff potions for War Priest?
Strength, Constitution. Enlarge person.
What does enlarge person do?
Makes you a size category bigger than you are,
Okay.
which
Does that
means
also
you
account
benefit
to?
from. It means that you benefit from being from all of your equipment also gets treated as being a size category larger.
I was gonna say if I'm in full plate mail and I get bigger, it's gonna.
Your AC won't change, but your Constitution and your Strength will go. It's basically like a. Your Strength and your Constitution goes up, your Dexterity goes down.
Well, hey,
It's the gist of what it does.
if you guys want to buy it for me, then that'd make me an even better tank. As well as a better damage
like
dealer.
7,500.
I'm already making you a belt.
Yeah, that's what the 7,500's going towards. I'm not buying a potion right now.
Well, once Cal gets the price figured out, I'll see.
Yeah, I can't find. I can't find the pricing for making potions. Brew
But you said that
potion,
she
item
had some.
creation. Here we go.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, it doesn't look like he's actually.
So you can make potions up to any third level or lower spell that you know. Brewing a potion takes 1 day for every 1,000 gold in its base price.
If these potions are going to cost that much, I'm probably just going to say no.
Alright, so let's see.
While you look that up, Cal, do you mind if I use the restroom quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Be right back.
Well, I'm basically done with the magic shop, so it's all you guys now. So
Looks like a second level spell made into a potion would cost 400 gold. So 400 gold to make would mean it would be 800 gold.
Hey, so have I missed anything?
Not much. They just
We're
went to a
missing
magic shop. Yeah, you haven't
Oh,
missed much. Yeah, so to create a potion of bull strength, if that's what you wanted, it's 600 gold. For 600 gold to buy. Alright. Alright, so you guys done identifying everything, buying stuff? I know Ritaz was looking into.
Yeah, he's almost back.
Okay.
Put on his headset.
oh, I've
Hello.
had Fallout on since yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't turned it off. That's why.
I'm back.
Yeah, so a potion of those potions you were looking at, Ritaz, are 600. bull
600
strength.
each.
Yeah. Well, to craft them, it's 300 to craft them, and crafting is half as expensive as it is to buy.
Right.
So she makes them for 300, sells them for 600. Though, if oh no, he wouldn't want to do that.
Who?
I was gonna say Raging could buy a potion of Greater Magic Fang +5 for 6,000 gold.
Oof.
That's a lot of money for one potion, though.
Yeah, I'd say we're gonna pass on those for the time being.
So, did you actually put that Hell Knight plate in front of her and actually ask her if she could identify it, or did you just want her to how do I?
No, it's back at the temple right now because I didn't want to attract attention carrying around a set of Hell Knight armor. That won't fit my backpack. And my splint mail is still back at the temple as well. I'd like to sell that at some point.
Okay.
I'm actually
Okay.
carrying my old set of chainmail.
I asked the lady if how much it would cost me and how long it would take for her to make me a shirt of immolation.
But Korza, you're
Hey, Tana.
already hot.
Ha ha ha. Not as hot as that shirt.
Wouldn't it be easier for you to make it?
No, because it
8,000 gold.
requires. Yeah, but it requires a 4th level spell to make it. So
Yeah, it's 8,000 gold.
okay, and how long would it take her? 4 days.
Let's see, 8,000 gold, 10th level caster. Yeah, it would take her 8 days to make it.
8 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask her if she has a discount for the Shield of Orca or Shield of Shamu.
That won't work because basically everyone in that room was.
Pretty much your entire guild is in the room, pretty much. So yeah, she
I know.
tells him. She says, "Yeah, I'll offer you a great deal, 9,000 gold."
Tell her. Okay, I'm making a bluff check to tell her that surely she's joking. No one that gorgeous would charge that much. Is that a
And you
good
say
bluff?
I have problems talking to ladies.
Oh man, only got a 20.
His character is as fidgety as he was saying it.
Yeah.
Where the hell is it?
So, you come around this magic store often?
Ted seduced her with a bluff check.
It's not how seducing works, Cody.
She is a total G-MILF.
I thought that just got abbreviated to GILF.
Either way.
You still there, Cal?
Yeah, I'm just looking something up quick.
Oh, okay.
You only roll a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has no interest in what you said.
Okay. I slot my shoulders that maybe I'll come back and purchase it another day.
Oh,
Hannah or Daniel, did you guys end up picking any equipment that still needs to be identified from that last?
I don't think so.
I think I got everything.
Didn't you
Yeah.
get a set of armor? Someone got a set of armor.
That
I
was
told you
that
guys
was
what
me.
the bonuses on all the armor are. The only thing that I didn't go into detail with was the helmet. That's
And
the
the
only
sword.
thing. Yeah, and the sword. Those are the only two things you guys haven't identified fully.
Alright, so before we depart, well, after, those guys decide what they want to buy, I tell her that I'd like to bring something in later to have her take a look.
She says she's there till sundown.
Well, I mean, like, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, she says she'll be here till sundown.
One last question pops into my mind. I take out the bottle of pee that Korza convinced me was a healing potion.
Okay.
I put it on the table and say, "This is a special potion given to me by Korza. Can you tell me what it does?"
It's a healing potion. That's what I gave it to you for.
Make a sense moto check.
Me or Korza?
You.
Sense motive, d20 plus 3. 19.
Okay, 1 second here, I gotta do the math.
He's got to do that piss math.
I mean, it's going through my mind. This is a different color. Surely this must be a better healing potion, so I'd like to know how much better. I might want to sell it to her.
So you rolled a 19?
Yep.
I'm sure Callan will feel quite relieved after he's done this math.
Ayo.
So yeah, she tells you that it's a enhanced healing potion. Instead of restoring the normal 1d8, it's 2d8 plus 2.
I ask if she's willing to purchase it.
It's such a fine potion, she couldn't afford it.
Oh, come on, I'll sell it to you for a measly 50 gold. I'm looking for a
No.
quick buck here.
I wink
she
at her
says-
and like in my mind I'm thinking I love you.
She's calling you an asshole.
Is she cackling while she does it?
Oh yeah.
Man, great.
I guess I should have mentioned, when you guys walked in here, you can feel magic all around you too. Like,
Do my
So,
war
like,
priest senses start tingling?
being in this building, it's like, it's not just like the magic on the shelves. Like, there's enchantments on this building.
Gotcha.
Sounds like a good thing I didn't try and steal something.
Yeah.
Yeah, perceive cues is one of the enchantments that she has on this building, which basically, it's almost impossible for her to fail a bluff check in here, or a sense motive check.
Oh, so your bluff was pretty much going to fail anyways, Korza.
Considering her level, which gives her skill ranks, plus, wisdom, plus rolling, yeah.
Yeah.
She's almost as good at sense motive as you are at bluffing in this building.
So you're saying that if we chain cast haste on her, she'll eventually die?
No. I get where you're going with that, but no.
Or was that just Dungeons and Dragons that happened?
That was like 2nd edition D&D, where haste actually sped everything up about you, not just your move. The haste spell has no effect on the passage of time.
I want to make her a year older. That way she's hotter.
Alright, so
So, unless Hammer and Tano have something they want to do you guys want to go find that church guy?
Hey, you know what you should do instead of that giant's belt? Cause then they can't cast Bull's Rust or Bull Strength on you. There is. Oh, never mind. God damn it! This Mighty Fist is something I can't craft. Never mind. Forget what I was saying.
yeah, that mighty fist thing too is it's just a straight up damage bonus to his weapon.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's not as good. It's not as good as giant strength will be,
Ah.
because you guys can't afford the +2 version, which is what you need to make it equivocal.
Yeah.
Well, shall we hit the clerics and alchemists, see if we can gather up some healing potions, fella?
Sure, I'm
Before
just
we
following.
go, I want to see if there's any items that I can use. Or they have in the shop.
It's a magic shop, so it's primarily potions and scrolls and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just not healing potions.
So there's no
Yeah.
like magic items like
No.
magic.
She can.
She doesn't seem
no,
to have
she can
anything,
make-
but she can craft everything.
Yeah. And the reason for that is because you can't steal something if it's not. So she can make pretty much anything, any magic item that you want. She can find a way to make it, but she doesn't carry actual magic items on hand. She carries buff potions, so stuff like giant strength and enlarged person and whatnot. And she carries scroll.
Can I ask her to make me a magic enchantment on a weapon?
She could very much so enchant your weapon if you wanted. Depends on what you want on your weapon.
And it's going to take a while and cost quite a bit of gold.
Also, the big question is your weapon a masterwork weapon?
That is the other thing. If you just bought a regular rapier, then no, it's not a masterwork rapier, which means she can't enchant it.
Never mind. I don't think I have anything to do here. I just had to check. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to go to the blacksmith and buy a masterwork rapier, you could. It's an additional 750 gold on top of the base price.
I don't think I have that much gold.
You guys have 10,000 gold between you and Balin and
We have 7,400 gold between the three of us, while
yeah.
you know, Axe has a bunch of the gold that he's dumping into a magic item.
Hey,
Okay.
that cloak that I'm wearing,
Mhm.
it's a cloak, right? It's not a robe.
No, it's a cloak. It doesn't. It occupies your. It
That's my
occupies your
shoulder
back
slot.
slot. Yeah. No, it's not your shoulder slot. It's your back slot.
It's shoulders.
Is it shoulders?
Yeah, there's no.
Oh
back
yeah.
slot.
Oh, that's right too. Yeah.
Alright, I need to go to the shop or blacksmith. And I remember last time I asked him for gunpowder.
Yeah. It said he would take 3 days. It's only been 1 so far.
Okay.
I want to try and go to a blacksmith that's like near that magic shop.
Okay.
First, I think Tano should ask that lady if there's anything special. Or did you already explain to him how to use that book that he got?
I talked to Tano. I already talked to Tano about how that book works.
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah. And anytime he opens that book, it opens to the last page he was looking at, and there's a 10% chance every time he casts a spell that the page will flip, and once the page is flipped, it's a new spell. And once he goes through the book,
Once he goes through the book, then you cut
yeah.
off.
Once he goes through the book, that's it. The book disappears. Once the back cover shuts, the book disappears.
Huh.
Yeah, going through that book is a one-way trip. Once you've gone through it, you can't go back. Like once you turn the page, the previous page disappears.
Gotcha.
All right. So we were done at the magic shop. It's either the blacksmith or the alchemist,
Yeah,
clerics for healing potions.
Yeah, and Tano, if you wanted to, not Tano, Hammer, if you wanted to go buy a rapier and have her enchant it, she could do that for you, and it wouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Sure.
Simply because you don't have to wait for the weapon to be made. The blacksmith would have masterwork rapiers and stuff on sale.
Sure, let's do that.
So me and Hammer are going to the blacksmith. Anyone else?
I have to sell some old armor.
I'm just following everyone around at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have to go to the blacksmith. She can just...
I've got my nose in a book that I found in the temple.
What book was that?
It's actually just a book full of blank pages. I'm actually just reading through all the wondrous items, so.
Okay.
All right.
So basically, your character is reading the magic item section of the core rulebook.
yeah.
All right.
So I would like to sell my old set of splint mail.
Okay. Yeah, just I think items sell for half of what you buy them. Is that right? No, yeah.
Okay.
Where the hell? Sorry.
Oh, I just want to sell my old chainmail, and then I also want to get the blacksmith to uh, make like a dolphin out of like steel strips and put it on my buckler.
Put it on your what?
My buckler.
Okay.
And he should have just about every shield, normal shield there, right?
Yeah, every
Like,
shield, every regular shield in the core rulebook, he unless you wanted one made.
Okay, so the chainmail would sell at half gold.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
So 75.
Okay,
8 then.
so steel, just regular steel. I don't think. Actually, here I can just do this. I guess regular weapons are made out of steel, so for determining price, just figure out what a shield spike would cost, and that's what it'll cost you to make him that dolphin for your.
Okay. I'll look that up quick.
It's under equipment for like attachments for your shield. It'll be in the same place with like weapon chains and stuff. And so to make a masterwork rapier hammer, it's 707.
Sure.
And it is 1,000 gold to make that weapon into a +1 weapon, and then if you want an actual enchantment on it from it's an additional 1,000 gold.
So you said this is going to cost as much as shield spikes?
Yeah, I think it's like 50 gold or something.
Armor spikes is 50 gold. Shield spikes are 10 gold.
Okay, then yeah, 20. Yeah, it'll be 10 gold. So it'll cost you, if you wanted just a regular +1 rapier, it's 1,750 gold. If you want to add an actual enchantment on top of that hammer, that's an additional 1,000 gold.
How much does he need total out of the chest?
He'd need, if he wants an actual enchantment on his weapon, it's 2,750 gold for a +1 weapon with a +1 bonus.
How much do we have? Sorry.
We have enough for that in the chests.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's draining one completely. And will that be available to him by the time we need this?
Oh yeah, yeah.
amulet?
He could get that done today. He just has to go buy the weapon, take it over to the lady, and the lady can enchant. Oh, sorry. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So sorry, I misspoke. It's 2,750 gold for a +1 weapon. That's my bad. And then an additional 2,000 gold on top of that for the enchant. I'm sorry, I thought it was 1,000 gold, but that's armor. It's 1,000 gold for armor enhancements. So it's 4,750 gold.
We'll still have some left.
Yeah.
Not much, but we'll have some.
Up to you guys.
Well, it's between you, me, and Balin because the other two are kind of took the majority of the wealth and are using it.
I haven't decided on anything yet. I'm just looking at all the items I can make.
Right.
But what are you guys trying to do? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, he
Well,
just
we're just
wants
talking
to
about
make
group funds.
Yeah, like do you just want your weapon to deal more damage, hammer, or do you actually like want it to actually do something when you light your target on, like be a sword that's on fire, or whatever.
That would so I would have to take like crafting and enchanted to do stuff like that, right? To enchant their weapons.
Yes, you need there's things that you need to do that.
Yeah, I would need to have that old lady teach me how to enchant stuff.
Yeah, so like I said, she can do it. Like the lady could do it for you if you want, but that's up to you.
No,
If you want that.
let's just get the one where it does more damage.
Okay.
Enchanting to a weapon seems to be a little bit. Plus, everyone should be getting something.
Yeah. Well, Taz, the sword that Raytaz has, just for the +2 bonus that's on it is worth 8,000. So like Raytaz is set with his weapon,
Mhm.
and
How about
Tano got a book of magic spells. So every time he casts a spell, in that book, if the page happens to turn after he casts the spell, it'll change to a different spell, but that spell could be stronger than it could go up in level as he goes through the book. So as he casts spells from that book, he's going to get stronger spells.
So
And
basically,
like everybody's
everyone got
outfitted
something
themselves. Yeah, everybody's outfitted themselves in some way. In some way?
except for me.
And your main purpose
Yeah.
is damage. A majority of your damage comes from your weapons. I'd say
Yeah.
that it's worth it to.
Honestly, if like just I normally wouldn't tell somebody this because it's, but if I were you, I would go with the +1 enchantment on your weapon and get keen.
Is there a list of enchantments that she
Yes.
gets?
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah. Let me go. I'll link it to you in Discord. You want to scroll down until you find melee weapon special abilities, and you're only looking for at the +1 category. But if I were you, what I would do is get the +1 weapon and then make it keen, which is the keen enchantment doubles the critical threat range of your weapon.
Oh, that sounds.
So your weapon already is it a 19 to 20 or 18 to 20?
18 to 20.
Yeah. So if you put the keen enchantment on it, you crit on a 16 to 20.
And,
Okay, and,
what I'd probably do is put that in your main hand and have your other one in your offhand.
He's not dual wielding. I don't think.
Oh, he's not.
I don't want to dual wield.
No.
Effect.
He'd have to take. He'd have to
My
take
bad.
all kinds of.
I thought you were dual wielding. I played a few nights ago and our rogue dual wield, so.
Yeah. No, he's not a rogue though.
I know.
Rogue.
It's. I'm thinking. I'm getting the two campaigns confused. I'm sorry.
So if I get keen, and then I level 5, I'll have a +5 on my crit. Whatchamacall.
You get what?
And it's gonna be So I'll get. Hold on. Where's swashbuckler? Alright, so I get swashbuckler weapon training. For half orcs, I'll gain a bonus on critical hit confirmation.
Oh, that's
Whenever-
awesome.
Yeah,
So
whenever I use precise strike.
That's actually pretty awesome. So that's what I would do. It'll cost 4,750 gold, but it'd be worth it for you. Like out of all the +1 enhancements, keen is like one of the best. Unless you're in a campaign where you're only fighting one type of enemy, then it's Bane all the way. But yeah.
Sure, let's do that. If everyone's okay with me spending so much.
Your money.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of what's in the 2 chests of silver and copper.
So to explain this to you, so your weapon being a +1, whenever you roll to attack now, you're going to get an additional +1 to hit and an additional +1 to the damage.
Okay.
For being a +1. The masterwork gives you a +1 to hit, and then the actual weapon bonus gives you +1 to damage.
Hey, Callan, does this blacksmith happen to have any, like, shavings of gold or silver from his previous work? Or am I barking up the wrong tree?
Generally, if he had, well, no, he wouldn't have shavings because he doesn't shave his metal.
I think you're looking more for a jeweler.
I just want a little bit of raw materials.
Yeah, I know what you were after. I mean, if you want to buy raw material, you can.
How much would a small amount of gold cost? Just have him melt down some, like.
Yeah, if you give him 50 gold, he can melt that into a pound. So you have a gold bar worth 50 gold.
And it's the same for silvers, 50 silver pieces, or is that 100 silver?
That would be 100 silver.
All right, I'll do that.
Can I also pick up a crossbow while we're here?
Don't you already have one?
No, I do not have a crossbow.
Yeah, if you want to buy a crossbow, do you just have to specify if you want a light one or a heavy. The
Just a light.
prices are different.
Just a light one. Just something to help me.
Okay. Oh well, what's your dex? If your dex is shit, a crossbow is not going to help you.
Oh, that's true. My dex is pretty shit. It's at 11, so
But
I'm defaulted 0.
Yeah. What you need is a wand.
That's true. I could use a wand.
missile.
Honestly, a wand of magic missile would be your best friend. You wouldn't have to prep magic missile until the wand ran out of charges.
That would be back at the magic shop, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And she'd
it would
probably
really-
have to craft it anyways.
It would eat the rest. I'm pretty sure it would eat the rest of your gold too. I don't know what it costs to make a wand.
Well, I don't need all our gold. We need some potions for healing.
I mean, I got my enhanced P potion, so
How much was the wand? Because we still have
Uh,
2750 in that group
Yeah,
chat.
I don't know. I don't know what the cost for making wand.
Hey, Balin, I can make you a pretty useful robe. Called pneumatic vestment. So it's a robe, and instead of using one of your spell slots, you can activate the robe and it once per day, and it takes up the slot that you would normally use for your written source. And it only cost me 2,500 to craft it. So it would take me 5 days.
5 days, eh?
Oh, and actually I might want to wait till I level up and put more points in spellcraft, because I have to succeed a 22 check, otherwise it might be wasted.
Alright, let's wait for that.
Yeah, I'll write it down, but we can wait.
So you guys gonna go buy healing potions or stuff like that?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, let's get that.
the group funds for some healing potions. And
Yeah, how much are healing potions?
I think it's 50 gold for it's 50 gold for a first level spell, 400 for a second, and then 1500 for a third.
should we just get a bunch of cure light wounds pots?
I have 3 of them.
I have 2. I want to pick up 3 more.
I also have 2.
I have 2, and I have my P potion that I was just convinced was a super potion.
It's basically a cure mod.
So-
2d8 plus 2 is what a base cure moderate wounds potion would heal.
I think I'm gonna be okay with my 3.
Balin, you wanted some?
Yeah, I'd like 2 more.
Alright. Doing the math.
It's 50 gold a potion.
Yep, I am. I'm just keeping track real time of what we're spending out of that chest. Hammer, do you want any potions?
Haven't used any potion.
You're still at 4.
I'm gonna go grab coffee while you guys do that.
Okay. Being our tank, Shansa, you should probably take some.
Well then you better buy some for me.
How many do you want? You said 2 normal ones.
Well, I have 2 normal, and I have my super
Special one.
duper potion.
The piss pot. You do have a pot to piss in.
Oh god.
No, it's a pot Korza pissed in. I'm supposed to drink it at some point.
So let's get you 4 of them, and that leaves us with 2,200 left in the.
You could ask the alchemist how good that pot is. He might be able to give you some information.
Well, I already
got
asked
from
the
lady.
magic lady, and she told me it was a great potion.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
last
she
time we
also
shared.
told Korza he's an asshole.
But she laughed.
So what's the roll dice on a masterwork weapon? I can't find it in
It should. What do you
Damn.
mean by roll dice?
the damage roll.
It should be the exact same plus 1.
Okay.
That's the big difference between a regular weapon and the masterwork weapon is just a plus 1.
On the dice of like 1d9 instead of 1d8.
No, it'll be 1d8 plus 1.
Ah, okay.
Talking about a cure light wounds potion.
No, what the damage roll for his rapier would be as a masterwork.
It'd be. I think it's 1d6 plus.
Yes.
Pretty sure anyway. It's whatever the damage on your rapier is, plus 1 plus strength. And your chance to hit is whatever you roll on your d20 plus your base attack bonus plus your strength plus 1. And then plus weapon focus if you have that. I don't remember if you do or not.
I don't. Not yet.
Also, oh, and Raytaz bought me 4 potions
Mhm.
of cure light
Well,
wounds.
The group did.
Okay.
The group.
I didn't spend a single one of my gold on it specifically.
That's fine, I'm not keeping track of your gold.
Well, in that case. No,
Well,
I
I mean,
actually melted down my own personal gold for the
Yeah.
raw materials. And for my crafting professions, I should have the necessary tools like on hand already, correct? Like we were talking about that damascening process.
If you have the tools to do it, yeah. I don't know if they even have like actual. You might need like a basic set of jewel crafter tools, but I don't know.
Like files, rasps, tweezers, that kind of thing. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I think there
gonna-
actually is a thing called jeweler's tools or something like that.
I'll go look it up.
Oh, I just had a thought. I want to go up to the alchemist, show him the potion, and told him that the best, whatever that lady was, the enchanter or whatever, that the best enchanter in town told me this was a potion of cure moderate wounds. How much would he pay for that?
And then I go up to the guy and I say, really, the whatever lady's name at the magic shop said that this is a potion of cure moderate wounds, and I'm rolling a bluff check. And I got a 20, so plus my 18, so 38.
Woo!
So the standard price for a potion of cure moderate is 200 gold for him to buy it. But he said he's only gonna if you wanted to sell it, he'd only sell it for 100 because it looks like it's.
Trust me, you want to sell that.
Well, I'm gonna believe in Korza, so I sell it for 100.
We won up the stick.
We sold the
So-
pea potion.
Yeah, so he he
Keep in
takes-
mind, I have a buckler now with a picture of a dolphin on it, so I've named it the Buckler of Shamu.
He
Guys,
takes
I-
he takes the potion from you. He takes the potion from you, pulls the stopper off it, and
Guys,
like
I think
puts
we
a
should be-
dropper into it. And like, it looks like he's testing the potion to see what
guys,
to
I
make
think we
sure that
should
it is what it says it is.
Mm.
But
Stealth
does he
check.
give me the gold?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sales are final.
Okay, guys, we got our potions. Let's go.
All right, I'm heading to the jeweler. I'm actually looking at how much the toolkit
Okay.
costs for a jeweler.
All
We all
right.
leave.
No longer welcome in the alchemist shop. Got it.
Thanks, Korza. Oh, I flipped Korza a gold for pitching in.
Oh, sweet.
sold pea potion to alchemist. No longer welcome in the alchemist shop.
Oh, guys.
I mean, to be fair, you made this situation, Korza,
I know I did, but I can fix it
with another bluff check.
with another bluff check.
Yeah, but another bluff check won't be as good against him, as he'll be expecting you to lie to him, which will make your lies seriously unbelievable.
Which is why I will be wearing disguise the next time I go in there.
Go in, I'll be on a leash. This is my pet lizard man.
One of those glasses with the nose on it.
So it sounds like you guys are just gonna spend this next day in town shopping and buying stuff.
Basically.
I want to start crafting my first magic item.
Okay.
So
I mean, we're gonna be fighting the guys in 2 days. Are you sure you can finish it in that time?
He only has to spend 8 hours crafting it, and it doesn't have to be consecutive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you only have to spend 8 hours a day, which basically you can work on it while as your rest time, basically, and you don't have to. It doesn't have to be an 8 hours consecutive every day. You can take a break and go do other.
Okay. So for my first day, I'm gonna start. For the next 2 days, I'm gonna craft gloves of arrow snatching. So it's 2,000 gold I have to spend in pieces. And I'm going to, when we go to the jewelers, I'm going to sell 2,000 gold worth of the jewels to
Okay.
pay for this.
You're not gonna try and bluff check for more gold?
No. I've had my fill of lying today.
So, Callan, I go to the jewel crafter and I pick up a set of artesian tools masterwork.
Okay.
Then I show him my lantern and the aperture where the flame is held, and I ask him if he has any heat-resistant glass, a stained glass of multicolors that he could make that would fit.
He would need some jewel. If you provide the jewels, he could melt them into. He could use them to help to make stained glass.
All right, and what would he charge on top of that?
You're providing the materials, nothing.
All right, so I hand him a few.
Well, let's just talk about your jewels in terms of what they're worth. He gave you 100 gold worth of jewels, so he gave you 100 gold worth of jewels. So, how much are you basically willing to pay him to do it? What are you giving him in what are you giving him in terms of jewels to work with?
Probably 75.
Okay. So yeah, so it's basically costing you 75 gold for him to do this for you. You give him the jewels, he melts it into the glass and sets it into your lantern.
Nice.
But that's gonna take the rest of the day.
All right. So I'm heading back to. Oh, well, I thank him, and I head back to the temple.
And then when Jonathan comes back that night, I make the comment about the diamond.
Yeah, she just kinda. Yeah. No.
So I ask Janavan if she's gotten any intel as of late on our next operation.
So she's got some good leads, she's making some progress, but she needs more.
Gotcha. Do you happen to have a spare room and a test dummy, target dummy, anything of that sort? I just want to try a few things.
That's no way to refer to Janavan.
There is, yeah, she says that if in the back room of the church, they've dug a tunnel. It goes down into like a secluded section of the sewers where it's just like a little room that they've dug out, and they've got like a training room down there.
All right, so
So
I
it's
head there
got-
for. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's got test dummies and like and stuff, sparring equipment, all the stuff that you need to practice and train.
So I head down there. I take the Infinite Blade, and I think of a punching dagger, and I say, "Verum infinitum."
Yeah, still nothing happened.
All right.
Well, I should be more specific though. Are you just walk down there, pull out the sword, and then just say that, or do you have actually any intention? Is the difference.
I'm going to strike at the target dummy.
So as you go to attack the target dummy, the favored weapon of your deity kind of flashes through your mind, and as you go to strike, the sword kind of flashes, and as it makes contact with the target, it is now a punching dagger, ornated the same way as your sword, as the sword was.
Mm. And after the strike, does it stay that way, or
Mm-hmm.
fucking sick? Does anything change about it regarding damage, or
It's a +2. It's a +2 weapon. Regardless of the shape it takes, it's a +2 weapon.
all right? But all I was saying is that the longsword that I looked up for it was a D8,
Mhm.
1D8. But the punching
Punching
dagger is
dagger's
a
a-
1D4.
And are you going to use your sacred weapon damage to make it a d6?
Yes.
Then it does a d6 +2.
Okay.
It does a d6 +2 plus strength. Whatever weapon that sword becomes, it takes on the characteristics of that weapon.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got it right.
I'm
Yeah.
very tempted to use the sword and see if it becomes a set of claws.
Do you have a date?
It's infinite blades, though. I just need a preferred weapon. I don't need a favored weapon.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta jump. I have to go take care of something.
That's fine, go ahead.
Okay.
Later. All right, that's neat.
So yeah, and there's a couple of members of the or of the organization down there that look absolutely stunned when that happened. They were down there like just doing meager sword practice and whatnot, and you come down there and pull out this magic sword that turns into it, and they're basically shitting themselves. You're like, what?
I just kind of raise an eyebrow, look at it, sheath it, and walk away.
And as you go to sheath it, it turns back into a longsword as you put it into the sheath.
I raise another eyebrow as I look down at my hip, and I'm like, oh, that's dandy. And then I continue up the stairs to join the rest, probably for Din Dins and Night Night.
Oh, I am milking my snake today.
Oh my.
Jeez, in front of everybody? Perfect.
Yes! Specifically, I'll do it during dinner.
It didn't help.
Not at the Dave Carlos.
I mean, help would be appreciated, but you'd probably hurt yourself.
Oh my.
I'm guessing you want me to roll handle animal?
You don't have. Well, yeah, I don't think you have to, because you need to roll handle animal to train your snake, but your snake already knows it, and I think you just need to roll. No, you don't even need to roll not to poison your. Oh wait, yeah, you do. Never mind.
No, I can't poison.
Oh,
I'm
right,
reading
you
it now. I
can't.
can't poison myself, but I still have to succeed at a handle animal check to collect the venom.
Otherwise, you ruin it.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to roll. Then yeah, just roll your check or whatever. I think it's like DC 15 or something.
Okay, well, I have D20 plus 8, and then I get plus 4 because my snake has +4 empathy to my master for handle animal checks, so +12. 30.
Yeah.
I milk the shit out of my snake.
Speaking of milking your snake, I could make Ballin a pearl necklace. Making the pearls of power, they let you recall spells each day.
Yep.
Make a necklace out of them.
Oh my god, speaking of necklaces for mages. We had, I was playing a campaign one time, and we got pissed off at fighting this thing. I don't remember what it was, but somebody got the great idea to throw an entire necklace of fire.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like the full, like the one that costs like 45,000 gold that has all
So-
the pearl.
Yeah, it probably had a bunch of fucking 10d6s of fireballs on it. Yeah, I was looking
It
at
was
that
it
already.
was 45 d6 damage.
Oh my god. Did it work?
Oh yeah. Everything in the air within a 30-foot radius or whatever fireball's explosion is, or 10-foot was just fucking
Flying bugs.
It was something like, oh my god, I don't even know what the damage was. It was like 200 and some odd damage. It was creepy.
Jesus Christ. Well, on Friday, we had those altars with the skulls, and our roommate, she's playing as a cat person. She snuck up there, and she's like, I'm gonna do the most cat thing ever. And she just lies up on the altar and tries to, spread out and push all the skulls off the edge of the altar. It doesn't work because they're so heavy, but I think my brother ended up using a fireball and creating a mushroom cloud where the altar was.
That's awesome.
Because they all exploded when you destroyed them.
Yep. Okay, so what are you guys doing the second day?
Well, I am going to refill my quiver of arrows at the Fletcher. Did they have extra
Oh,
arrows
yeah.
here?
Well, yeah, they'd have arrows here.
I only want 9.
I think you buy them in bundles of 20.
Yeah.
I think it's like what? It's 10 gold for 20 arrows or something like that. It's not very expensive.
Yeah.
I can
And
make you.
then
Oh wait, never mind.
I was going to load that set of Hell Knight plate into my bag of holding, one piece at a time. And then I was going to head over back to the magic shop and ask if one of the gang would like to join me, just in case.
Where are you going?
Back to the old lady shop.
I gotta get my 8 hours in to finish my gloves.
Okay.
I'm just gonna head over to the church to see what that one guy was talking about that the enchanter told us about.
So why don't you go with
Raytaz. Or
Raytaz?
Coldigan.
Yeah. Why don't you go with Cold again, and then you guys can both go to the church after while I work on my gloves.
I can go with.
Alright. So, go to her shop, and then I ask if she has a room where I can show her something.
Okay, yeah, she takes you into the back room.
This isn't the place Raytaz.
Alright, then I tell her that this may not be what it seems at first.
You're a
We
grower,
slew
not a
beast.
shower.
We slew a beast on the outskirts of the city that was causing quite a ruckus out there. We found a particular set of armor that I'd like you to give me your thoughts on.
Hey, are you the only one there?
Just me and her in the room. I believe those two are still in the main.
Yeah, did anybody else come with you, or did you just kind of
Me and Hammer went, but I'm just staying out in the lobby.
Alright, so you you put it down on the table in front of her and get her to ID.
Okay.
I'm asking you if that's what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay. I sent you a message on Discord. What she tells you.
The fact that it's not going to be common knowledge must mean that it's important.
No, you're just not there.
We're just hanging out. He's probably gonna tell us later, maybe.
Oh, this
It's
is
up
a
to him
new
if he
this is
tells
a
you.
new day, right?
No, this is at
ready
the
to
end of
jump.
that day.
I thought we ate, went to sleep, and this is a new day.
No, he said when you guys he tested his sword and then went back to the.
Well, yeah,
In the morning.
Oh, you went in the
we
morning.
came back
Okay,
in the
then it is a
morning.
new day. Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't realize it
while
was a
they're
new day.
doing that, I'm gonna milk another bottle of poison.
Okay.
All right, so I thank her
19.
for identifying this. Or do you want me to type back to you in response, or?
I don't care whether or not you tell them what I told you is up to you. I don't care.
Oh, I
Doesn't
will
make
when
a difference
it's
to me.
like appropriate. But anyway, I asked her if someone of her extensive knowledge would be able to have any luck looking at these locks.
Didn't you ask her that already?
Not with the armor there.
No, but she doesn't know how to put on a regular set of full.
All right,
Like
never mind.
this is not. Yeah, that's not going to make a difference.
I just thought
though-
that since she was so smart and beautiful.
Oh, is that how he actually feels, or is he making a bluff check right now? Does your character have a kink for old ladies, Cody?
No, not at all.
It's okay, Cody. You
Oh,
don't have to lie to us.
that's something. All right, so I thank her for her time, and I throw her another 5 gold pieces.
Should thanks you for your time.
And then I meet up with the others. Are you all right there? I heard someone yell a little. Guys,
Wasn't me.
We can't hear you if you're talking, Callan.
did his wife take his headset hostage again because we're not doing the Princess Castle?
His wife ambushed him. He was caught flat-footed.
We can hear you now, Cal, though.
Yeah, baby pulled the charging cord out of my headset, and for some reason it turned.
Did you smack him?
I did not.
That was the chain.
All right,
He's being an
so
asshole.
so I meet up with the others. They're all crafting back at the church, yep,
Mm-hmm.
or milking snakes or other things, and I believe Coolzak was with me. So
I was there with you too. I was just milking my snake in the lobby.
So once I get back, I ask everyone to gather around for a moment.
So me and Hammer.
Alright.
And I tell them that the old lady of the shop, she identified this armor. Evidently, it has insignia saying that this belonged to a commander, but it also hasn't been used. This style of armor has not been used in over 100 years. It does have some very nice magical boons to it.
Okay.
But until we can figure out the locks and how to put it on, I don't think we're gonna have much of a chance.
I mean, we could just go to the House of Chains, turn in the armor, and maybe get a reward.
That's what I was thinking, and I was thinking maybe Golden Boy might be the best for that journey. Sorry, stopped at the pub on the way back.
Well, I guess we're
That was
going to
enough
the.
knowledge.
Well, if we're done, I guess we're heading over to the church or whatever the place was that the lady told us about.
I thought we were still at the church.
No, we. As far as I'm aware, we were at the shop when you told us this.
Yeah, you guys went to the shop, and then you guys went back to the
Church.
Well, she told us about some cleric or something, and that's where I was wanting to go.
Oh, do
She
we?
didn't
I
tell
don't
you
think we
where he
happen
was
to-
from. She didn't tell you where he was from. She just said some acolyte of Amade was in there talking about it the other day.
Oh,
Also, I was thinking that we might be able to use this Hell Knight armor, prop it up and whatnot, use it as a distraction for Tamara.
and if the House of Chains gets wind of that, then we probably wouldn't be able to sell it to them.
You're also not fighting against the Order of the Chain tomorrow. Or
We don't know
whatever.
that.
Yeah, you do. It's
Oh.
the Order of the Rock that has him, or Rack that has him, not the Chain.
I take it that these orders aren't courteous quite to one another.
No.
So that idea is a bit foiled.
That's actually in the player's guide too. Of all the Hell Knight orders, the Order of the Rock is considered bad guys by every other Hell Knight. They do not get along.
Well, if you guys are okay with it, I say we just let the day go, move on to the next day, and call it there, because I have to get going to work.
Oh,
I mean, I could spare another 4-ish minutes, but that's what I'm limited to right now.
well, we could probably call it there because I actually wanted to do some damascening or jeweling, crafting on my lantern during this day.
I mean, we haven't really done anything big, so you guys could still probably do like crafting and shopping and whatever.
Okay, well, if we're all, you guys could probably use your perform and just make money in the town.
I was going to be doing crafting on the lantern.
Oh, or you can do your crafting.
Yeah.
But for anybody that like doesn't have something to do, you could just make money about the town.
Yeah.
And then, did you want me to roll to complete those gloves?
It's only gonna take you 2 days to make them, man.
Well, yeah, this is the second day now.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. So we're on. This is your last day, right?
Right. Yeah, so I mean, they're only is caster level 3, so 8. And I'm using
Yeah.
my spellcraft, which is 8. And I rolled a 10, so
All right.
I make them how I wanted to.
Yeah, and you didn't fuck them up.
Yay.
Now, Callan, I'm reading through this here on the crafting. I haven't really done much in terms. If I'm using my own raw materials and tools, am I still paying gold per
You
se?
pay a
Y-
third
the-
of the
the-
price.
The
Sure.
gold that you pay is in the materials. So
So-
it assumes that you went out and you bought the amount of materials you needed to make what you're trying.
Okay.
And then yeah, you have to use or it's really stupid. It's you have to buy you have to buy the materials that you need to make what you're trying to make, and then
You convert
yeah,
it to
you-
silver pieces.
then you convert the price to silver pieces to figure out how long it's going to take you to make and all that stuff.
Yeah, so like, what are you trying to do? You're just trying to put those gems on your lantern?
No, I already used most of the gems for a stained glass type thing for the lantern.
Okay, so what are you trying to craft then?
I'm damascening or emblazoning gold onto my lantern, like in intricate designs. But I already have a pound of gold and a pound of silver.
Well, I mean, you're not going to need a whole pound.
No, it doesn't take very much of this at all. So just
I
make
don't
my
even know what
chance.
you. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what you'd roll for that because I don't think there's a actual skill to determine that. I think it's just
Well,
use a basic like DC 10, 15. I'm assuming. I can't think of.
plus my crafting skill.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say because it's just a basic thing that you're doing, and you've already got the materials and everything that you could do it in a night. It would only take you like the same time as it would to do your rest to do it, and it's just a standard like DC 15 check. I can't.
You're just decorating it.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just decorating it. You're not actually making anything. You're just melting gold and silver and drawing basically.
Yeah. Just making it look beautiful, and
Yeah.
putting a silver silhouette of a whale somewhere on there as well. Or
And I'm
dolphin.
sitting here, I put my gloves on, and I look over at him and just kind of like shake my head. Hey man, whatever religion does for you, whatever rocks your socks.
So those gloves just basically give you the ability to catch arrows, right?
Yeah, I think it's twice per day. Yeah, twice per day the wearer
Yeah,
can
'cause it's the
activate his
same-
arrow snatch.
Yeah, which is a offshoot of deflect arrows. So instead
Yeah.
of deflecting an arrow, you just
I can
catch
just
it.
catch it in my hand, and I also
Net.
can throw it back at them in the same turn if
That's
it's
awesome.
a thrown weapon.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I figure it's a pretty good buy for 2,000 gold.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I get to choose it after it would hit me. So
Yeah,
once
if-
they make their hit, I
Yeah,
say
it's-
I'm just snatching it out of the air.
Yeah, it's based off the monk ability deflect arrows, which if you would get hit by a ranged attack, you can choose to deflect it. And with him having snatch arrows, once he does deflect it, he has the choice to catch it and throw it back instead of just blocking it.
Yep. And being that I shoot with a crossbow, I can always choose to just hold my crossbow in one hand.
Mm-hmm.
So. That's
Well, a
pretty
light crossbow is a one-handed weapon, anyways.
Yeah, it's just no, it's if you shoot it with one hand, I think you take a -2,
Oh, right.
but you can just hold it with one hand.
Yeah.
So I could shoot and then prepare to catch something.
Yeah, you can technically hold an M60 with one hand, but you wouldn't want to shoot it with one.
Yeah.
Yep, and the gloves are pretty much invisible because they like meld into my skin.
Yeah. They don't look like anything. I actually like those gloves. They're a really neat magic item for someone who wants to be a monk. But
Yeah. I just
Yeah,
want to
monks are
not
so
get
broken.
hit by arrows. I have a whole list of magic items that I'm going to be making.
So,
I think we're calling it there.
are we just gonna skip to the third day, or
This is the third day, isn't
Yeah,
it?
now we're out.
no?
We
I
just
meant
finished
the morning of the ambush.
We'll get into that next week because
Okay.
that's a whole other RP event, kind of with going over the plan and figuring out what you're doing and all that.
Okay.
Stuff.
Okay.
I was hoping to throw another encounter at you guys, but
Yeah, the cultists, but we kind of got sidetracked shopping.
that's
and-
okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
To be fair, we had tons of gold
Yeah. Well, not
and lots
tons,
of
but-
questions.
Not really.
Compared to
Not-
what
not
we
tons.
we had tons of gold.
Yeah,
Compared
that
to most of
10,000 gold is peanuts.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to pick and choose which which items I want to make because I'll blow through that 10,000 so quick.
Yep. Yeah, 10,000 gold is not a lot of.
Well, I'm just looking forward to my +4 belt of giant strength. So,
in that, of those 2 chests of silver and copper, we